And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm super excited to be talking with Dr. Jordan Hillam. He is a doctor, orthodontist here at Hillam Orthodontics, and they've been building smiles since 1966. Long time.
It's a long time.
And all of them turn out amazing. So, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Do you want to explain it?
Yes. So I love 7 Questions with Emmy, but I thought that maybe I could have 7 questions for Emmy because I like to get to know my patients a little bit, and she wants to get to know me a little bit better. So I have my 7 questions. You have your 7 questions. I just have to make sure that I ask my last question before you ask yours. It's a little bit of a teaser.
Okay, you can say your question. You can start.
First, I gotta go first? Okay. So, why would you want braces?
Well, I don't really want the experience of having braces. I just want perfect teeth.
You just want the end result?
Yeah, because my teeth are very important to me.
Yes, they are, and they're going to be super pretty. I like that. That's a good response.
Thank you. Why did you want to become an orthodontist?
That's a really good question. So obviously I wasn't born in 1966, but the practice started then. That's because my grandpa started it. And then my dad came in, and then I came in. So I you kind of say like I had my family that did it, and then so I kind of was like, oh, that would be a good thing to do. But really, I started working here when I was about 10 years old, and I started bending wires, and I started doing soldering, and I knew I was good at it, and I liked it. So it just kind of felt good to go that path. But it's always good to have examples from your parents, kind of like you have good examples with your parents.
Yeah.
They're kind of like into reporting and things, and you are too. That's
your
kind of like
brothers decided to all copy you.
Yeah, we all decided to copy our dad and grandpa, but yes, we're all here, and it's kind of a fun practice. So,
yeah.
You ready for yours?
Yes.
Here you go. What are you most nervous about when it comes to your expander and braces?
Well, the gap in my teeth.
Why would you be nervous for that?
I'm just really nervous. I don't know why. I just really don't.
Well, maybe it's because it's your face.
Yeah.
Or maybe because when you smile, to have a big gap. But like Michael Strahan has a gap, and he's done fine, right?
Yeah.
And besides, it's not forever, right?
Yeah.
It's just for maybe a month.
Yeah, and I'm just nervous about the hurting part. I'm not nervous for the actual experience.
That's always tough. Have you ever worked out before? You ever gone to the gym?
Yeah.
Do you know how you're sore after you go to the gym? That's kind of what it's like when you come to see me. Right afterwards, you're going to feel like that, but it's going to be like all of your teeth have been weightlifting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last forever. It only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm not there with you, so you can be sore, and then when you come back, you're not sore anymore. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just nervous about the parts where it's I don't know, because I don't know how I'll look with the gap in my teeth and with braces on.
You're kind of nervous about the unknown, right?
Yeah.
But I can promise you're going to do just fine. You're going to be great, and just embrace every single step that you have. It's going to be awesome.
What is the longest amount of time that you've worked with one patient?
This is a hard question because I love to think that my patients go through treatment really fast, and our average is 17 months, but I one time had a patient that was in for 48 months.
Wow.
And that's not fun, and that's a very, very weird exception. But when you have teeth that don't come in and small jaws and you need surgery and lots of things all at once and then some other things that happen like accidents, then sometimes it can go a long time. But hopefully you will not be in for that long, and most people aren't.
I won't. I trust you.
Yeah, you won't, I promise.
Okay, your question.
Oh, my question, yes, sorry.
You just used
I'm the one. Okay, here it is. Who is your hero and why?
Oh, that's hard. There's a lot of people. Probably, I don't know. It depends. That's hard. I don't know. My mom, there's a lot of people. I was thinking about this on our way here.
Your mom's probably the right answer.
My mom, my dad, yeah, there's a lot of people.
It's important to have good heroes, and it's important to tell your heroes that they're your heroes.
Yeah.
Because that way, they can feel appreciated, and we always love to feel appreciated. So
yeah.
You go tell your mom that she's your hero. That'll make her feel good.
What has been the most bizarre thing that you have seen with someone's mouth?
Okay, so teeth are crazy, okay? I've seen, and I could say a lot of specific things, but I'll just tell you a few things that are kind of interesting that I'll see a lot. I'll see teeth that have switched places, okay? I'll see extra teeth. I'll see a ton of missing teeth. I today saw a tooth that's growing in upside down.
Really?
Yeah, kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
So in the mouth, you can have a lot of interesting things that happen, and that's just teeth. That doesn't even include jaws, where you have jaws that are off-centered or too big or too small as compared to each other. Or like, I do work on the cleft lip and palate team. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes people will have some formations in their mouth that don't, or things that don't form properly, let's say when they're little, when they're in the womb. And so we fix that. And so there's a lot of things that go along with that are probably crazy for normal people, but to me, they're pretty much all normal now.
Yeah.
And really what we're trying to do is just help everyone to love their smile enough to take care of it for the rest of their lives.
How do you fix the upside down tooth? I'm gonna be thinking about that.
So if the teeth are upside down, typically they're what's called a mesiodens, meaning it's an extra tooth in the middle, and we usually just take that out, which is kind of nice. But a lot of times teeth will come in and they'll be totally turned, and then we have to turn them like a steering wheel.
Wow.
Or they'll be coming in and they're up in the palate, so they're up high and you have to go in and open it up with a laser and pull them down into place. But I love that stuff. Like I love the hard stuff. So those things are all fun for me.
Yeah.
Great question. Okay, here's my question for you. What do you want to be when you grow up, and why?
Well, okay, so this might make some people mad, but I like reporting and asking questions, but I don't know if I want to be a reporter or a journalist when I grow up, just because there's a lot of things that you'd have to hear about and know about that I don't really, want to. So I want to do hair or be a cosmetologist, because usually I do my own hair and stuff, and I think it's really fun.
See, and I think you should do that too, because then you and my daughter can open up a salon.
Yes.
And it'll be great.
Yeah,
and you'll just live your best life.
Fun. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and you can, if there's a patient who ever needs its teeth fixed, you can just come in.
Yeah. Well, and you have to know, and maybe someday you can come in and be an orthodontic assistant, because a lot of my assistants do hair, and they're estheticians, and one of them even teaches at a school here in town. So there's a lot of crossover. So just a thought. Open invitation.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take you up on that in a couple of years.
There you go.
Have you ever met someone that has perfect teeth that doesn't need any treatment?
Yes. So I kind of think about it like this. Some people come in and they're maybe if I was to grade them, they're a B+. Okay. Now, are you okay if you get a B+?
No.
No. Why not?
Well, I'm fine with it. It's just.
You'd rather have an A, right? Or do you know friends that are okay with a B+? Maybe they're happy with a B+, right?
Because they get bad grades.
Yeah, so braces, teeth can sometimes be like that. So I just saw somebody yesterday came in and they were pretty much perfect. Their skeleton was really good. Their teeth were a little bit off. And I told them, I said, you probably don't need braces like a lot of other people would need braces, but there's always things that I can improve on. And sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't, but there's a lot of people that really don't need braces, but everyone could use a little bit of touch-up.
Okay, I think I already know the answer to this, but I want to ask you, what's the most weirdest request that you've got?
Weirdest request? Oh my goodness. In residency, he was how should I put it? He was a designer, okay, and he was from Spain. And he came and he sat in my chair and he had great looking teeth. And I looked at him and I was like, man, you look really good. What would you like? And he said, I want a gap between my two front teeth. You know how you said you don't want a gap?
Yeah.
He wanted a gap because he said it was a fashion statement or something. He kind of was a fashion designer guy. And I told him, I'm like, as much as you think that would be cool, I don't think that'd be so cool. I ended up not treating him, but it was an interesting request.
I wonder if he has a gap now.
No, he probably, maybe he found someone to give him a gap. I don't know.
Or he just did it himself.
Oh, help me out. That would be painful.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, Emmy. Okay, because you're in 6th grade right now.
Yes.
You're going into 7th grade.
Yep.
What are you most nervous about for junior high?
That's hard. There's a lot of things. I'll just name a couple. I've heard that fights happen, and I don't want to witness that or anything, because that'd scare me a lot. And I don't know, the part where classes, and what if I get my locker stuck, or I don't know which class to go to or something. Yeah. You're probably going to be just fine. Can I tell you something really funny? Because you're going to the same junior high that I went to. I was nervous about 3 things, super nervous. I was nervous about getting locked in a locker, getting put in a trash can, and getting a swirly. You don't know what that is. I'm not going to even explain it. Guess what? None of those things happened. And I'm grateful for that. But I was still so nervous about it that
I made sure that I didn't fit in my locker, and I knew where all the trash cans were, and I knew where the bathroom was. So, so it was all good.
Too tall to fit in a locker.
Right. Well, I wasn't then. Back then, I was small. The only thing that actually prevented me from fitting in my locker were my big feet, because I wore size 13 and I was 5'4".
Wow.
I know it was a rough time. But junior high is like that. You're gonna do much better than I did, I promise.
I have Emma. So.
Yeah, you have some good friends.
Yeah, I do. So I'm getting an expander and braces soon, and I guess for people that don't know, what will those do to my teeth?
Oh, that's a good question. So the expander does something different than the braces do. So braces make your teeth straight, okay? The expander makes your jaw bigger, okay? And you have something awesome, and not to give too much information away, but you have these big, beautiful teeth, and your upper jaw just is a little bit smaller than your big, beautiful teeth. So the expander is gonna make your jaw bigger so that it fits all those teeth in, and then the braces will make your teeth straight. And then the rubber bands, which you didn't ask about, but when you have those, that'll make your bite straight. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you get to, I think it's your last question.
Oh, well, I have two. I have two. You asked one extra, so I get to ask two in a row.
Okay.
So because you've met a lot of people. You've met more famous people than I have. In fact, you've met people that I've watched that I would love to meet someday, but I may not ever meet them. But if you can meet anyone who you haven't met already in the entire world, who would it be?
Oh, that's hard. Well, there's a lot of people, but I'd say probably Zac Efron is at the top. High School Musical is literally playing in the lobby when we were waiting, so I think, yeah.
That is funny. I've got a few assistants that have crushes on Zac Efron still.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome.
And then, do you know who Forrest Frank is?
No. Who's that?
He's a Christian pop singer, and I went to his concert a few weeks ago in Utah, and it was really great. And yeah,
you need to meet him.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
I like that. Very good. Okay, now here's my last question. I get to ask this before you ask yours.
Okay.
How long do you think you will be in braces?
That's hard. Well, like just braces, or like counting
the whole thing,
time?
Expander and braces. How long do you think?
Like starting when I get it put on, because I've already been here almost a year.
That's true.
But
We've been friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? From when you get your expander on to when you get it off?
Okay. Well, I think I'll get my expander. Like I think I'll have it on. I'm getting it on in like 3 weeks, I think, right? And so I'll get it on, and then I think I'll have it for 2 months.
Close.
2 or 3 maybe, and then I'll get that off, my braces on, and I'll probably have braces for like a year and a half, I think.
That's pretty close. That's a good goal. And you know what? The one thing, because go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Can you share a piece of advice with? Nope, that's not it. Sorry.
Sorry. Yep. You asked your number 6. There
How
you
long
go.
do you think that I'll need to wear braces, and will I need a retainer in the rest of my teeth?
Okay, the retainer's easy. That's nighttime for a lifetime.
The rest of my life, not teeth. Sorry.
Nighttime for a lifetime for retainer. But I usually like to glue in your retainers, so they're gonna just be in there. They'll hold your teeth straight, and you keep those in there until you're married and successful in life, and then you can take them out, because then you're making your own decisions, and that's okay. As far as your treatment timing, usually the expander gets to last for 6 months.
Oh, really?
I know, but braces will go on sometime in between there.
Okay, that's what I was
You knew
thinking,
that, yeah.
because it's on me, and then you said I'll get them on before.
And then I'm going to tell you 3 things that are super important. This is just like a little hack for all kids in braces, okay? If you keep your teeth super clean, stay away from hard and sticky foods, and wear your rubber bands really, really well, you'll go through treatment super fast. And in your case, if you do those 3 things perfectly, which I guess that you will, then you will help my average. We'll say that. But it's going to be really hard to nail me down on the time right now, because that's the way that orthodontists are. We don't really like to tell you exactly how much, because sometimes we're wrong, and we would rather be...
When you were talking talking about the retainer thing, I know some people who don't wear their retainers.
Oh my gosh, that never happens, does it?
My mom's gonna be mad that I said that, and my dad.
You know what though? Here's the thing. The research says that 95% of people do not wear their retainers after 2 years. So because of that, those are the removable ones, the ones that you take in and out. And there's no perfect retainer, because the ones that you take in and out, you can take them out and lose them, you can take them out and not wear them, but you can't take them out and clean your teeth. The fixed ones, or the permanent ones, the ones that you will have, they have to stay in your mouth, and those are great because they have to stay in your mouth, but they're bad because maybe if you wanted to take them out to clean, it's a little bit harder to do that.
Yeah.
So, but we like to put them in, like I said, until you're married and successful in life. And then you can go ahead and take them out if you want. But then you have to deal with the ramifications because our teeth will move until we die.
Yeah.
So you need to hold them in place the best you can to keep them straight.
Can you share a piece of advice with me?
Share a piece of advice for you. Okay, here's my one piece of advice. We talked about junior high, right? Okay. Do you want to have lots of friends in junior high? Okay, I'm gonna tell you how.
It kind of depends.
It depends on the friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to have lots of friends in junior high, learn how to sincerely compliment people. Because here's the secret. In junior high, everyone is thinking about themselves. They're all thinking about how they look, if their hair looks good, if their shoes look good, if their clothes look good. And the truth is, and they think that everyone's looking at them, but the truth is nobody's looking at them. They're all thinking about themselves. So if you can learn to look out and find something that's really awesome about somebody, if they have a great hair day, if they have wonderful handwriting, if they did something nice, and you point it out and you compliment them, everyone will want to be your friend. There you go.
That's a good piece of advice.
It's the one I can give you today.
I have a gift for you.
Oh!
And for all of your brothers, we have Spuddy Buddies, plus some people in the office. And then there's also seven questions pens for people in your office. And then this is the one for you. So you have a Spuddy Buddy in there for you.
Well, you are so kind.
Oh,
well, I'm going to be giving you a gift basket when you get your braces on. How's that?
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Because I have one, but I will give it to you when you put them all on. Thank you. I'm going to go put this somewhere special.
And guys, so since I mentioned I'm getting my expander and braces on by the amazing Dr. Hillam, you can watch on my Facebook page, my dad's Facebook page, my Instagram, anything like that for updates on my teeth. I think every week or month, it just depends. But thank you. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions and interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.